We are so excited for you to join us today as ScreenFish is live on the red carpet with the film Raymond and Ray. Raymond and Ray stars Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke and tells the story of two brothers who return home after their father's death. I think screaming is starting to happen.
Are you someone, when you watch a film and someone's playing the trumpet, are you like analysing everything you do and go like, that's not how you played? Like, are you... Or do you just sort of let it?
I like to suspend disbelief.
I
mean, it's a movie, you know, and but you want to make it as close as you can so the audience can really lose themselves. And in this particular case, they did a great job with mixing it too, because the trumpet was recorded in a very dry space, and then we, at the soundstage, we kind of put it in different spaces depending on how far away the camera was from him. You know, a trumpet's a very reverberant instrument; it can echo off a wall or in a canyon or something like that. The funny thing about the score actually was we started out thinking that we wouldn't use any trumpet in the underscore of the movie for obvious reasons. We wanted to save that for Ethan's character, but it was kind of like we'd kind of like got halfway through the composition progress, and Rodrigo and I just both kind of scratched our heads and we said, we think we got to put some trumpet in this thing, even in the underscore, and it's kind of functions in a subliminal way, sort of as the internal ghost angst of Ray's character, kind of tracks him all the way through the movie.
Yeah, nice. And is there any of your, like, out of all of the pieces that you've composed, is there one that you sort of stand out as like, I'm actually like, that's my favorite? Or is it kind of like?
Well, there's a scene. There's a few. I mean, obviously the one at the grave is I'm really proud of. There's a beautiful scene about 2/3 of the way in when there's sort of this little carnival acrobatics thing that happens. It's hard to even describe, but it's this sort of very beautiful, elegant and sad but beautiful little waltz, and that to me is sort of like, it's what happens when somebody dies. Everybody thinks a funeral is just going to be a sad occasion, but funerals actually bring people together. And you see your relatives, and it's actually, they can become these sort of healing cathartic times. And so that scene, that cue, sort of represents that voice to me, I think, in the film.
We've been told, Max, that you could say whatever you want, so ready, just go for it. Within reason. You like cheddar cheese? That's a good thing.
Yeah, I do like cheddar
there
cheese.
It is.
You know, it's really good cheese. You know, did you know American cheese is not really considered cheese?
That's a very Canadian thing to say.
Yeah, it's pretty low percentage cheese, which is very controversial. But I don't think that it should be considered cheese because some American cheeses have below 51% cheese. So I just don't think they should be considered cheese.
I can't tell if he knows this or if he's making this up. Either way, it's brilliant.
It's been said with such conviction that we're just going to say, he says it's 51%
that's right.
cheese. That's what it is.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm just wondering what you took away, working with Ethan and Ewan. What did you learn from the experience?
I learned a lot. I learned so much about them, and like, it's just great to see. You know, have you ever seen like a documentary about like I don't know, a lion like doing well? It's like seeing a lion in the wild because they're like super rare, and they work so efficiently and really well. You know, I don't know if lion's a good analogy, but maybe.
That is a great analogy. So, you know, with this, you know, your first red carpet, your first big film, what is it excited you about this film?
I have to say, it's probably because it's a really funny plot, you know? Five brothers reconnecting over their father's grave. It's really not something you'd expect it's really not something in a script, really, or in a movie, because it's kind of random, you know? But I love it. It's just so funny, you know?
I don't doubt it. Max, you're a joy. Thank you so much for the time to chat. I appreciate it.
Adios.